Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Loddlenaut. It is a very chill ocean cleanup game that has a lot of elements from Subnautica, but is much more, well, you don't get it eaten by big monsters at all. We'll dive into it and I'll show a little bit more, but before we go too far, a couple of things. One, thank you to Moon Lagoon and Secret Mode for sponsoring this video. And I should mention that the Loddlenaut demo is actually available on Steam now as part of the Steam Next Fest. So if you guys want to try it out yourselves, it's available if you just follow the link in the description below. And if you like the game, please add it to your wish list, as it helps the developers immensely, both ranking higher as part of the Next Fest and also ranking higher in the Steam upcoming list. So let's make this work. WSD to move, space to ascend, control. Okay. Hello, I'm Dave. I'll be your supervisor during your time on GUP 14. I'm gonna quick turn down these sound effects. I'm turned it down a little bit more, but I don't know. Alright, so I'm here to clean up trash. What trash do we have? We have a lot. Alright, so I'm just gonna snag as much as I possibly can. Your first task is to clean up. Cool. Management is very hands-off today. Which, I mean, honestly is nice. Oh. Hold and release F to scan. Boop. So that'll highlight every bit of trash for me to grab. Also remember to drop off all collected litter at the recycle bots next to your ship. Let's just descend. Wow, we actually go like really fast. And luckily this entire area is oxygenated, so I don't have to worry about that yet. I believe that blue circle on my back is how much oxygen I have left. If anything, there's one bottle, and that's about it. I played the demo for this last year, I believe. It was last year, I think. It was like the middle of last year, I don't know. My sense of time is gone. Oops. Oh, it actually is teaching me to sort my trash. I can't just be lazy here. There we go. If I fill these out, they give me like little resource bits. Do we have any more? Or am I just leaving? No, that area is good. Yeah, I guess we're just getting out of here. Let's just grab this first. You've just left an oxygenated zone. You'll need to monitor your oxygen level from now on. Be sure to periodically refill your oxygen tank by at the floating recharge ring or your landing zone. This is toxic waste material that we refer to as goop. Use the laser on your bubble gun to neutralize it quickly. Please don't attempt to eat that fruit. We don't know what effect it will have on humans. Ooh. I don't remember this. I think this area is actually a little bit bigger than last time. Yeah, so anyway, it's one of those games that you're actually cleaning. Oh, I can just hold it. Thank you. Great work. Fully clean plants have increased resistance to the goop spread, so make sure you're thorough with your cleaning. I'm an absolute sucker for games like this where you're cleaning stuff up. You know, very, well, I'd say Viscera cleanup detail, but way kinder. And honestly, a little bit more like gamified. Because part of the reason why we're doing all of this, apart from just trying to clean up an area, is also the more trash I grab, I can bring it back and actually get like new tech to use in different ways. So there's a element of incrementalness to it. Now, can I actually get oxygen from these bubbles? Yes, I can. Not much, but it gives me a boost all the same. Yeah, last time I played this, it was like one area. This is much bigger, which I am very thankful for. Because I want to play more of these games. I don't know, it's just, there's something incredibly cathartic about cleaning. Especially, you know, nowadays with pollution being a big issue and climate change and a bunch of other things. I mean, it's always been a huge issue. I hadn't actually ever read about how, like, back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there was straight up just, like, some of the rivers in the US were so polluted that they would just catch fire regularly. This area is known as Flotsam Flats. Pollution levels on the planet have made it uninhabitable. Your job is to clean up all the contaminants in the area. I'll be here monitoring your progress as you work. But like, I'd always heard about rivers catching fire, but I always thought that was like something that happened every once in a while because of like a spill, not just because regular chemical output into the waterways, and how like people used to be able to just freely swim in like the Hudson River. And what's the big river that just goes through I think it's France? Is it the Rhine? Okay. But like people used to be able to just go swimming there. And you know, for me, growing up in the US, well actually, specifically I grew up in the area, I don't remember the name of the movie. But it was, I mean, the entire premise of the movie, because it was based off of a, you know what, actually, I'm going to look this up in a second. Your bubble gun is too weak to clear up this object. You may need to upgrade your equipment at the shipping station in your landing zone. I'm actually going to look this up. Okay, I looked it up. I always forget the name of this movie, despite the fact that I grew up in the area. I mean, kind of, sort of. I didn't actually live in this area until much, much later, so it didn't personally affect me, but it's always been kind of one of those on the periphery. But the movie is called A Civil Action, which is about how a bunch of tanneries have been dumping chemicals into the water, which was giving a bunch of people leukemia, specifically like babies. And they had, I'm not even going to try and summarize the movie too much, but like that specific thing has been just kind of in the background of my life for the better part of my adolescence. Oh, look at this cute little dude. That's just a Loddle. Looks like it's covered in goop. Unfortunately, you're not authorized to use your laser on the local wildlife. Not after what happened last time. Uh-oh. Best to just ignore it for now. Can I rename it? I can. I'm gonna name it Wabo. Stage baby, growth progress low, condition goopy, mood feeling goopy, hunger too goopy to eat. Yeah, so this has a bit of a Tamagotchi element, as we are actually taking care of the kind of little axolotl creatures, hence the game's name. But oh no, the goop on that Loddle's recontaminated the local flora. Try to avoid swimming near any plants until you get the Loddle clean. Okay, the other thing I should probably do... Boy, this got gooped as heck. I should probably actually head back. I have a lot of resources that I should turn in. And I don't have that much time left. Just want to grab some of this garbage. Home? Your suit's running low on oxygen. Please swim through the recharge ring located outside your landing zone. Yeah. Let's bring this buddy back and see if I can actually, get some things. Looks like the recharge ring blasted the goop off the Loddle. It's still following you. Okay, I forget. Also, I'm gonna just keep turning these sound effects down. Missed this. Can I check a map? No, but I think my enclosure's over here. Oh, I can actually hold a lot more than I thought. That's useful. Oh wait, hold up. How do I... can check on Wabo. Happy, but it's hungry. Okay. I don't know how to feed it. Hopefully we don't have to worry about them starving at the moment. But yeah, let's just go back here. Okay, so it's home. Check. Okay, can I don't know if there's an easy way for me to dump that. You've recycled enough litter to form a material bit. They can be deposited in the shipping station to order new equipment upgrades. Wow, this thing's very good at pulling things in from afar. There we go. Okay, do we have anything else? We have the home. What is this? Crafting station. So I can make a purifier bomb. Might as well put all of these in. And let's see what I can order. So blaster upgrade, oxygen upgrade, pointer module, range module, spot the trash before it spots you. And then structure, fertilizing station, cleans nearby plants, or another recharge ring. Probably just go for the destruction of reinforced materials. Let's start with that. What else do we have? It's super sad, which confuses me. I don't know how to feed it. Okay, we can now vaporize reinforced things, at the very least. Yeah, hopefully we get the tutorialization on how to feed my critter reasonably fast. I feel kind of bad for ignoring it. I just have no idea how to do so. Okay, we've got that there. I don't know where we're going. But I guess just to finish my thing about civil action, not that it's like really much of a story to tell. It's just, for me at this point, it's always going to be kind of stuck in the back of my mind. You know, just environmentalism, keeping things clean and whatnot. But then also just like a specific affinity for movies and games and stuff that have much stronger environmental themes. I can't imagine I'm particularly alone in this one. That, you know, anytime a game has like a much stronger environmental message, I get like way more stoked about it. Like, don't get me wrong, like I've been playing through Final Fantasy XII and I'm enjoying it, but I feel kind of disconnected from the plot because it's all just political drama and from what I can tell, possible deicide, which is like, yeah, that's a fun traditional plot. But I really enjoyed Final Fantasy VII's like opening and whatnot, because like it straight up starts with you being eco-terrorists, like trying to take out this reactor that is effectively killing the planet, both like long-term and also in the local area. And so there's that kind of aspect of just like, yeah, this is low-key kind of made for me as a person that cares deeply about this stuff. I was back in what, like 1997 or something like that? And of course things have gotten worse. If I sound a little hoarse, it's because the AQI has been not good lately. The fires up in Canada have been making the air quality worse. How do I feed you? I don't know. And I feel bad about it, because I definitely have fed one of these critters in the past. Good work. You've made this area a bit cleaner, but you still have a long way to go. Let's see, what was I going to say? But, you know, very much just kind of that, I don't want to say like a consistent sinking feeling that like nothing's going to get done and it's just going to keep getting worse. And I'm not entirely sure if that's universally true. There is constant good news. It's just there's a lot more bad news because the momentum is for everything to get worse. And so go figure, it's just going to continue doing so until humanity solves a lot of the problems that are causing things to get worse. And like, if I'm not mistaken, our carbon output has not reduced at all, which is like the #1 big thing we should be working on. But for every, you know, electric car we get into the system, now we've got like big server farms running who knows what crypto NFT junk and all that other stuff that is like, yeah, maybe it's a fun toy, but the ecological problems with that stuff is just like super not worth it. I should get some oxygen. Hold up. I think there are bigger vents that I could go for, but I'm just gonna hang out above this one briefly. I guess actually we've got 2 over here. So if I can clean these out really quick. I can get all of the oxygen between both. Yeah, we're back up to 40 at the very least. Oh, I see. We gotta take the corners off the girders. Or off the box. My oxygen back up first. Oh, that just has materials in it. Oh, that's way useful. Wonder what the Goopy Corporation is doing with these materials. Goopy's past is irrelevant. Please continue your mission. Uh-huh. So who wants to bet we were specifically hired to clean up after this corporation because they made a huge mess? Oh, or maybe we're trying to recollect all of the stuff that they left behind? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on this too much. I'm just not entirely sure. I mean, I'm going to assume we're probably an employee of Goopy. Maybe it's one of those kind of sick, twisted versions where they caused the problem, and then whatever industry was causing the problem landed them in hot water, so they've switched over to being like an eco company. Specifically engaging in greenwashing to rehabilitate their image and possibly get out of prosecution. That's, like, not at all an uncommon thing to have happen. Oh, what was it? Nestle. Nestle is specifically really bad about greenwashing from what I remember. I mean, Nestle is one of those, like, super evil, awful companies that, no matter how much they try and, like, pretend that they're good for the environment in any way, shape, or form, universally, they've just been bad. Bad for humanity and really bad for, let's see. Really bad for humanity and really bad for the environment, too. But they had, like, a recent thing. You know, I don't even remember what it was, whatever their ad was, but it was, like, particularly egregious. And there was kind of this question of, like, how... Not even a question, it was kind of just a, like, how dare you? That's how I feel about a lot of these companies. I know there have definitely been ads for, like, natural gas, and it's like, you know, this is environmentally friendly, and it's like, maybe to compare to some things, but, I mean, sure, compared to, I don't know, bombs, of course you're environmentally friendly. Just in terms of, like, comparison's sake. Kind of like saying, well, sure, steak is bad for you, but you know what's worse for you? Eating a brick. And it's like, well, yeah, go figure. Of course that brick is going to be, like, insanely bad for your digestive system. How did you even, like, how'd you even get that in there? I realize I'm being hyperbolic. It's one of those where, like, I probably should do a crash course on, like, how to talk about these things better. As somebody that does care deeply about them and can talk openly about it. I'm almost wondering if I actually, to feed the Loddle, I have to just leave it at home. That might actually be the case. Maybe. Wow, this area is huge. Because, yeah, it would be kind of interesting. I don't know. If anybody knows of any, like, specific, like, eco-conscious, I don't want to say, like, organizations or whatever that specifically do, influencer training, that would be an interesting thing. Mostly just to get, oh, a lotus kiwi. Oh, that's cute. Mostly to get all of my, like, talking points correct. Because the worst thing I could possibly ever do is mischaracterize, whatever thing I'm trying to, like, advocate for. Because I've done that a couple of times just by talking without thinking. And I always feel, like, so immensely guilty afterwards. Like, I know part of it is, like, the intent does count for quite a lot, and, like, trying to help is good. But it's best to help as best as possible as opposed to accidentally causing some damage in helping. Oh, there's stuff still on this boat. I want to finish the boat off if I can, and then we'll maybe head back for another set of tech upgrades. Ideally, I'd like to finish off the Flotsam flats, but we might have to wait on that one. Oh, the boat has things inside of it, including another Loddle. Pop all of these open. And unfortunately, my auto aim is getting messed up here. Not too much. I feel bad. I don't know how to feed it. I'd swear it was just put the food out and then it would just eat it, but it didn't wanna. Unless it specifically has to be done at home. No, we can get this one. There we go. And normally I always feel a little bit, oh, there's the opening. I always feel a little guilty talking about like environmental stuff, specifically while I'm recording a video on like a new game. Because like I should be talking about the game. It's just one of those where, especially for this game, oh, congratulations, Flotsam Flats is now adequately clean. I'm sure any native creatures would be happy to live here. I'm working on that part. They're so cute. I just need to figure out how to jam food into their face holes. But I think this game very much was built. It was designed with like, well, I mean, obviously with environmentalism in mind. So I don't think me going on a tangent while I just clean is a particularly ill-advised thing on this. I should probably talk about some various things though, just because. I think we're done with this. I think we're done with this. It'd almost be kind of nice, especially for some of these big set pieces, if there's a specific like, hey, the ship is like 50% done. You're still missing a spot. Not a particularly important thing, but make aspects of this easier. Gonna have to grab those. But I also don't think it's particularly hard to find all the bits. Okay, do we wanna actually head back? I think we do. Yeah, there's the oxygen ring. I've gotten a lot of resources. We can probably use it for some stuff. Give me some upgrades. And then hopefully figure out how to feed these axolotls. I think maybe what I need to do is tell them to stay at home, considering... Oh, you should return it to Flotsam Flats now. Maybe? I'm hearing something out there that's making, like, kind of more slammy noises. Which is a little confusing. Anyway, one thing I was going to, compliment on this game is I like the pixelation. So you can actually look at the game in this mode where it's, like, super chunky and looks like a PS1 game. There's kind of the, midpoint, which is default. Which looks actually quite nice. But for me, I like things smooth. I'm a huge sucker for low poly artwork. And it just has this like really nice, clean, soft look in this way. But like I said, I'm kind of a huge sucker for this kind of game in general, and this aesthetic and a bunch of other things. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it to stay here. See that you've invited the Loddle to stay in your landing zone. I suppose that's fine for now. Okay, so how do I... Oh, I have to feed them at home. Interesting, that Loddle seems to be growing new features with each bite of fruit. No matter, don't let that creature distract you from your job. That Loddle's grown too fond of you. Please scare it away by blinking your helmet lights. Well, that didn't work. It seems to like you even more now. I give up. Play with the Loddle all you like. Just please don't forget about your job. How much can I feed them? Okay, looks like they're... Well, that's gone. Alright, whatever. Alright, and it doesn't look like I can hold that open. I might be able to deposit more simultaneously. Let's try that just for the sake of it. This is bottles. Can I just toss all? Less satisfying, though. Oh well. Grab what we've got. I think that's all of it. Okay, so use. Well, what I really need to do... Oh boy, we have a lot of this stuff. Does it just go right in? Yeah, it does. Eat my resources. Oh, it makes different sounds, too. I don't think I can actually use this for anything, but I do appreciate that I can do that. Alright, one more. Alright, so what do we want to do? Oxygen upgrade? Sure. Do we have anything else? Fertilizing station? Oh, I guess I have to grab each one of these. Okay, so oxygen supplies increased. Pointer module. I mean... Okay, now points to the nearest pollution. Oh, that's really handy. And a range module. Increased range, and the helmet now emits a more pleasant sound. That's nice. Cleaning station. Let's grab a... Do we grab a bubble ring? I don't think so. Not at the moment. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. What is this? This is crafting for the purifying bomb, if I want to. Let's just go back out there. Yeah, I wonder if we have any more big upgrades I can grab. Or if that's mostly it. Oh, bring a clean Loddle back to Flotsam Flats. I guess I'll bring them both, considering that's where they lived. Okay. Have them follow. Have them follow. Super cute. Okay, that should juice us back up again. Yeah, they're just gonna follow us. I wonder if we can only feed them when we're home, or if we can feed them kind of whenever. Because they weren't taking it earlier, and I wasn't quite sure why. Okay, is this even part of Flotsam Flats, or is it just kind of its own thing? I guess I should probably grab the Tubi melons, seeing as we are going to need more food for our Loddles. Okay, so that's an upper limit. We can't go any further. It is still only a demo. Yeah, let's finish cleaning up Flotsam Flats. There's not much left. A couple of cargo containers. A couple of gooped up things. How did I get these two and then skip that one? Ugh, my laziness. The Loddle looks happy with this clean environment. You should check to see if it'd like to stay here. Second Loddle. Status. Oh, it's hungry. Attributes. Baby. Growing progress. Okay. Okay, so they'll eat these. Quabo, are you also hungry? Guess I'll just go get him more tubby melons. Congratulations, Flotsam Flats is flourishing. You still have an entire planet to clean. But before you can continue, I must write a performance report. Fair HQ would like to hear from you. Let me get you the necessary means to contact them. Probably be grabbing my oxygen here. Well, thanks for playing. So new tools and upgrades, types of Loddles to raise, new biomes to explore, secrets to discover. Cool. But I'm gonna finish with this. So it looks like that's the end of the demo, at least for now. Oh, I see. So it's gonna mark all of the trash for me. Gosh, that is actually intensely helpful. Guess I might as well scan for that, but I should clean this stuff up. Boy, I really appreciate the scanning utility. I'm not the kind of person that really enjoys playing Where's Waldo with the cool upgrades. Or not the cool upgrades, the things I'm supposed to like find and grab. Like I'm good for hunting for secrets for like the first 80%, and then after that point I'm like, oh please give me a hint. You know, either a map with the ones that I haven't found yet, or a radar, or clues, or who knows what. You know, don't wait until I'm on the last like 3 or 4 before I even get to that point. Because usually by the time I've like done X amount of progress in one of these games, I'm kind of starting to lose steam on doing more of it, if that makes any sense. And so the more like tools and abilities and upgrades I can get to facilitate more expedient gameplay, the more satisfying it feels. And so yeah, having this scanning utility that is super effective at just telling me where to go is nice. Oh, we didn't actually... There we go. We're doing oxygen-wise. Decent. Also just digging this music. Unfortunately, it's putting me to sleep just slightly, which I think very much it should. I think this will be one of those games when it comes out that I play probably in the evenings. Ooh, I'll have to see if it works on the Steam Deck. I could see that being like a really nice Switch and Steam Deck kind of thing. It'd also be kind of nice if some of the structures were like Loddle hutches, and like also gives something that would give me the ability to maybe automatically feed them. Just so I don't have to feel bad because I haven't been back in a while and it's starving. So I always feel guilty about that. I can never take care of Tamagotchis. Like, the little Pikachu pedometer back in the 90s, early 2000s, like that was the upper limit on what I could do. As it would specifically, I don't think you needed to feed Pikachu. Or maybe you did, but like there wasn't really a whole lot of penalty. There weren't penalties for forgetting to take care of it. Whereas, like Tamagotchis, if you didn't feed them for like a day, they were gone, and it sucks. I kind of had the same thing with the Digimon Tamagotchis. Like, it was really cool that you could battle them, and I really enjoyed that, but I also found it agonizing trying to take care of them. And so I didn't bother too much, because it was an extra chore that I didn't want to have to go through. I think nowadays, like, if I had a phone app, maybe it wouldn't be so bad, because I'm on that more. Unfortunately, my, like, Pika Walker, I think my mother lost it. She would go out on long walks with her friends, and I'd have her take it with her. I think she just lost it one day and was kind of sad about that. I think at that point I'd already lost interest interest on it, and I think maybe even had the Game Boy Advance and wasn't as like specifically keyed into it. You hungry already? Boy, like I said, some kind of auto feeder. Honestly, you'd think these little guys would be able to fend for themselves. Maybe they can do that once they hit, like, full maturity. And that's kind of the entire point. Take care of them while they're babies, and then, as adults, they are functional enough that they don't just starve to death. Wow, Flotsam Flats is practically spotless. I'm sure HQ will appreciate all the work you've done. Wobbo status. Clean, happy, satisfied. Still baby, 86%. A little bit more. Oh. This one older? No, it's still baby. He's hungry though. Okay, so practically spotless. What am I missing? 2 crates there. Is that the upper limit? So I think I'll hang out until this one's done eating. And then we'll go for those 2 crates. Like that's that. Attributes. Still says life stage baby. So I wonder if the adult stage is not actually in the game yet. It would actually be kind of cool if each of the Loddles actually had special abilities. So like you could only really have one follow you long term. But if you do actually have them follow you, you get like a perk. I don't know what that perk would be, but it would be kind of neat just in terms of like, I want this one to follow me because it's the most useful. Alright, do we have anything else? I mean, it says 100%, so this area I think is done. I'm gonna go through this. I want to see if that other location that was in the previous demo is still there. It might not be. It is not. Alright, looks like we've hit our upper limit, at least for now. So, I guess with that, yeah, I think I'd gone that direction last time. But I'll have to double check. Yeah, I don't think this game's gonna let me play anymore. And honestly, considering everything, considering the rawness of my voice, maybe that's a mercy. So, before I go, I should say one last quick thank you to Moon Lagoon and Secret Mode for sponsoring this video. It was very kind of you, and as always, it's a ton of fun. I can't wait to play this when it actually comes out. I'll probably do some kind of stream thing just because this is super chill. It might be one of those where, like, Shell and I are hanging out and just kind of chatting and then cooing over the occasional Loddle while I just clean things up, because I've heard the phrase referred to as dad games. I'm not entirely sure if I fully agree with that as a, like, overarching genre name, but games where you're doing kind of light chores in a very meditative sense. Wildly, I don't even want to say underrated, because I think these games actually get a lot of credit for what they are. But from my perspective, they're extremely important for me, just to chill out and have some fun without the pressure of like winning or losing, failure states, or even, I don't know, even really just kind of anything. It's just a nice experience. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, it's those cargo containers that really give me the good stuff. But I guess one last couple of things. So specifically, the Loddlenauts development. The Loddlenauts. I trip over that word every time. Loddlenauts. The Loddlenauts demo is available now on Steam if you guys want to try it yourselves. Let's see, do we even care about either of these? Not overwhelmingly. I might as well order one just to see how big it is. Because I kind of prefer to do these things manually. I guess I could put a fertilizer next to something if I really cared about it. But the demo is available now if you guys want to try it out yourselves, and it should be available for most of the next fest, if not afterwards. But specifically, it's going to be available from today until the end of the festival, and then if we're lucky, yeah, it'll continue on. Or if not, it'll be out sometime this year, I believe. Yeah, it says 2023. Mechanically, it seems to be pretty complete. It's mostly just a matter of content. Just needs more time in the oven to build up all the different areas. I hope we actually get, like, what feels like a full planet. It'd even be kind of cool if some of these had, like, caves that would lead into other locations. So specifically, if I went over to this, and in this mound, there was, like, some really durable trash blocking an entry point into a deeper area and stuff. Give it a little bit more of an exploration feel. I think that'd be really cool. But also doesn't need it, because what this game's got is cute critters, meditative cleaning, and just some nice visuals. I like it a lot. But of course, also I should mention that if you like it as well, make sure to wishlist it on Steam, as it helps the developers out tremendously, both at standing out as part of the next fest, but also standing out on Steam in general, so that more people will see the game and find it and wishlist it themselves. With all that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.